Today's topic is, why did I choose the career path that I am, that I'm in, that I did? Yeah, that. So, if you don't know me already, or know even like what I do, who I am, I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, but I have like this super duper long list of all different industries, different job titles, all this crazy stuff I've done, even though I'm only 27. So I kind of just created my own rotational program for an international aerospace company. I've worked for the Army doing helicopter repairs. That'll be another vlog for another time. But how did I get into this? And my current role, I guess, in life as an engineer is one, I own my own consulting firm, focused on process and procedures and helping businesses tie in a special niche of business owning and then having some kind of technical deliverable, whether it's manufacturing or engineering or you name it, business owner. Two, also working for an automotive manufacturer. We actually create 18-wheelers, and my role is, a title is actually Advanced Manufacturing Engineer. And essentially, I literally do what I started my company to do, is be that, again, business consultant to tie in the two worlds of manufacturing and design and what you want to achieve, but making sure that, you're speaking the same language, both the best worlds, and then be able to, pitch that to the upper management. And like upper management, I'm talking like the big dogs, making sure that they know what's ahead of them, the money being considered, overseeing, $1 million budgets, what's going when and where and how. Anyway, I digress. How I got into all of this is actually huge shout out, thank you mom, love you, to my mother. She actually grew up wanting to be a welder. She was very hands-on, took like shop, auto, you name it, tech. She actually even welded her own fire pit when she was like in high school. Mom's a total genius. Totally should have even been an engineer had she known what engineering was, but essentially, again, it was just all because of her. I really loved math and science. It kind of stopped loving me back around 8th grade, but I just loved the challenge, feeling that sense of accomplishment. Again, just kind of like having to work for it, because I'm an athlete. Again, excuse my horrible dressedness. I just got back from a bike ride. And so I just like having to work for something and practice and like getting better and understanding, how my body works and how I can push it and like continue to grow and get stronger. And so I was doing all of that with my mind and all my math and science classes. And again, it was just kind of like a challenge because it was fun and easy and I understood it. It was very applicable. But once I got to like algebra, it was very conceptual and I couldn't like physically see it. Once I got to like trigonometry and geometry made perfect sense. And again, the fact that I could apply it to like everyday life just like nerded me out. I was like, oh my God, I can like do a triangle with here, or I can, put a load here and that's gonna move something else, right? In all my physics classes. It was just really cool, and the fact that I could like explain or even create stuff knowing just these basic equations and, again, using math and science was super cool to me. But anyway, again, with all that background, my mom really saw that and said, hey, you should really consider like taking drafting. And drafting is like hand instrument, essentially kind of like 3D drawing, but just like with the pencils and pens and a piece of paper. And so it was really cool because I took that class my freshman year in high school, fell in love with it, and then I ended up asking my professor, like, hey, how can I do this for the rest of my life? And he was like, well, actually, it's all done on computers now. It's all kind of crappy. But then I was like, okay, well, again, still, what can I do? And he was like, well, there's either engineering or drafting. So I was like, okay, well, not drafting, but architecture. There's engineering or architecture. And I was kind of like, I don't think I want to, like, design buildings every day. Again, that's kind of, like, stagnant. Like, you don't really deal with people. So the more I started learning about, different disciplines of engineering, which is exactly what engineering was, I like absolutely fell in love. I was like, oh my God, I have to do that. Where do I sign up? And so the more I started researching different disciplines, I had always been fascinated with cars, again, gears, sprockets, why things move the way that they did. And essentially mechanical engineering is just literally anything dynamic, from fluids to thermodynamics to like heat transfer, again, mechanical design, you name it, cars, automotive, it's just anything that moves is essentially some type of mechanical engineering, and you can explain it and conceptualize it and, again, have a whole focus on anything, everything, but again, anything that moves. And it's just super cool, a lot of fun. And again, it was all thanks to my mom. And so it was just really cool because I actually had that opportunity to learn drafting, to understand how things are made, like on a line basis, and how do you conceptualize it. And then now to actually learn theory behind it all. Again, just having the basic application of trigonometry and geometry that I absolutely loved. And then now being able to understand all the math behind it and explain, 3D modeling. I could like literally calculate a spline and like how the curvy lines work, and it was just really cool and a lot of fun. Again, I could nerd out about all day being a mechanical engineer, but that'll be another vlog. Well, actually, hopefully many more to come. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Check you guys on day 3.